All right, let's get started. Happy Tuesday. How we all doing today? Who's ready to finish Pokemon Run and Bun? No, Pokemon Vintage White once and for all. How are we doing? Good to see everyone. What's up, Robin Azumaril? What's up, Druko? What's up, Dre? What's up, Weber Despider? Babo Gab Bab. We got Gongus here. Good to see everyone. Oh, we got a level 2 hat coming in hot. Happy Tuesday of day. Happy Tuesday of day to you too, Drano. All right, there's a second hat. What's up? What's up? So we got a little bit of prep to do. Full disclosure, I prepped this entire thing yesterday, which is not usually how I do things. So I was just sort of like, you know what? I'm going to do what I can. I got, 80%, 90% of a plan. And I'm going to go from there, So we're going to try it. Our team is it these 5? It's these 5 and one other. Oh, right. So our team, we'll do a breakdown later, but we're also bringing Kingler. So our team is Beheeyem, Mimikyu, Togedemaru, Zygarde, Iron Hands, and Cloth. Gotta leave that extra 10% for emergency steering. We gotta... It's not fun if we have a guaranteed win, right? That's no fun. We gotta take some risks. So taking risks we shall. Oh, for one thing though, I do need... Oh no, I don't need that anymore, never mind. What's up, Gongus? Living for this Flygon E4 team? Yeah. Dun 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 dun. So we just got to do a little bit of prep. I got to make sure I don't forget anything stupid. So we're just gonna take all these items. And we're going to make sure everybody has their right move set. So we do need a flyer. Let me double check slacking, encore, slack off. Okay, so slacking is all good to go, I think. Yeah, so we're going to leave him so we can grab a flyer. And we're just going to have to tweak these movesets a bit with everybody over in Mistroughton City. But that's pretty much it. Oh, look, we got a bunch of dancing ducks. Oh, it's spring. Spring has sprung, y'all. But yeah, there shouldn't actually be much required here. There's one thing we have to do. We have to pre-poison Medicham. So I have to remember to do that. All right, so let's take a look at what we need here. So on Medicham, we need Close Combat Strength, Psycho Cut, and Ice Punch. What's up, Hadeko? Good to see you, man. Look at Medicham proving the doubters wrong. I know, right? There's a bunch of annoying stuff we have to do because this Medicham is so bad, but trust. To get it done, we need Sucker Punch, Shadow Force. The only one we need is a knockoff as well. Flygon, we need a couple things on Mr. Gon here. We need U-turn, Earthquake, Outrage, and Earth Power. We have Earth Power. We have U-turn. We just need Earthquake. We actually need Outrage. Crazy how far you always get on first attempts. I'm kind of the best to ever do it. Medicham is all good in the hood, I think. Close combat strength, or no, sorry. Magnezone, rather, is all good in the hood. We don't need Flash Cannon for anything? Just double check that. We might as well take Flash Cannon. Wait, is Flash Cannon a TM? Okay, well, it is a TM, but I don't have it, so alas. I don't have Thunderbolt either. What the dickens? That's fine. I mean, Magnezone's not really doing much besides just Volt switching around like a silly Billy, but, yeah. Alright. I think just in case shit goes awry, we'll teach you. We don't need Thunderbolt because you're only Volt Switch. We don't need both Thunderbolt and the other move. We actually don't really need Protect either, right? That was originally going to be a plan, but we don't need it now. Yeah. Bum 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 bum. All right, and lastly, you need Iron Head, Hammer Arm, Waterfall, Meteor Smash. Where's Iron Head? All right. Should be pretty much the only prep we need to do besides poisoning Medicham, yeah? And just make sure I don't have any healing items, so we should probably buy some of those. Best of luck, thanks. Oh, we have 91 hyper potions. Well, that'll do it. Dun 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 dun. We have plenty of Lepa berries, yes? Yep. Okay. Alright, I think we're good to go. It's gonna be quick here. And there's nothing wrong about rushing, you know? There's really nothing that can go wrong from rushing. Thoughts on doing E4 today and ending Getsus on Thursday? Why would I do that? Am I at least playing around the crit? I don't want to spoil it. Gotta edge the viewers at home. But yeah. Aren't there poison types in here? Yeah, okay, you. Just poison me, make it real quick. I don't need to be pre-damaged, I simply need to be poisoned. Can you poison me, Oddish? Does Oddish even have a poison powder? No, probably not. Alright, I'm just gonna disable the sound.
It's been a whole year already.
Nice, Obajo. Thank you so much for the 12 months. Really appreciate it. Poison Sting. Ah! I could have, like, swapped back and forth, I guess. I just need a poison. Just give me a poison, Ekans. Come on. Poison Sting. Nope, that's not Poison Sting. Wrong Poison Sting. Poison Sting now. Fine. We'll kill you. Why'd you scare me like that? Yeah, I know. We wiped. The big 4-0? What are you talking about? Wait, does Bellsprout have a way to poison me? It appears that the answer to that is no. Oh. All right. Come on. Poison Sting. Poison Sting, Ekans. There we go. Okay. We're good to go. Go forget and heal Metagrit Cham? Yeah. 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 How do you get TTS? Text to speech? I don't know. With a magic? Alright. So we'll start with the team leader Flagon. Let's take away all these items so I make sure I give everybody the right items. No Lepa on Psycho Cut. Would that make you feel better? To have a full 20 PP on Psycho Cut? We can do that. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. So Flygon needs the scarf. Banette needs the expert belt. Medicham needs choice band and pre-poisoned. Slacking needs Lumberry. All right, we gotta go get little silly Slacking. He's just chilling in the box like a dumb goober. Where are you, buddy? Oh, he already has a Lumberry. What a silly Billy. And Magnezone gets Specs. Does the IRL Flygon also need a scarf? Should I wear what my Flygon's wearing? Should I be holding what my Flygon's holding? At some point, he'll be holding a Choice Specs, I think. Let me go get a scarf. All right. Do 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 do. Do I own a scarf? Of course I own a scarf. I don't ever really wear scarves, but I do own them. Because one day, I will be asked to play an adult version of Oliver Twist. And I will be ready. Be right back. All right. Flygon is choice scarfed up. So we too are choice scarfed up. Double hat, headphones, and scarf. Sorry, lady, he's taken. You're damn right. All right. So, here's our team. Hi. All right. Flygon, aka Zygarde, with the choice scarf here. He's very good. He got buffed in this game, so he's very good. Next, we have Medicham. Medicham is bold. He's minus attack, so unfortunately, there are some things that we're going to have to play around because he's almost min attack, but Medicham has pure power and a ridiculous buffed attack stat, so Medicham is incredible. He's our second entry into the Elite Four team. Third is Kingler, honoring Bannister that came before her. Cloth is a beast. Cloth has a plus attack nature. Cloth is steel type in this game. Cloth has sheer force, not battle armor, but it's okay because we're not going to get crit. Number 4 is Iron Hands the Slacking. Just having a normal type is really good for this Elite Four because of Shauntal and baiting fighting moves, etc., etc. Slacking, very good. Number 5, Togedemaru, the sassy, sturdy Magnezone. Not Levitate, that would be nice, but sturdy is useful too for some, if we slip up. Basically, this is a Volt Switch bot, slow Volt Switch bot. He's pretty good, but he's going to do his best here to help the team out in whatever way he can. And last, but of course not least, is Mimikyu, the Ghost Dark-type Banette. With Insomnia, this thing bodies Caitlyn and is pretty good for the rest of the Elite Four. We'll see how it goes. So this is our team of 6. All we have to do is beat 4 Elite Four members because in Black and White, you can leave the Elite Four and come back and change your team before the champion fight. So that is what we are going to do. We only have to deal with the 4 Elite Four members. That is going to be our goal, okay? We're going to start with Caitlyn. If mods want to make a prediction about Caitlyn, I will not be revealing anything about whether we are intentionally sacrificing anything or anything like that. So make your predictions as you see fit in your heart. Okay? All right. Okay. Let's rock and roll, yeah? Let's just get right into it. There's nothing else to do but the damn thing, you know? Let's hope I did this prep okay. I'm not really double checking anything. Should be fun. I don't know. We'll see. Let's rock and roll, y'all. Let's do it. We're leading Bennett. Here we go. However, I warn you, once you start your challenge, there's no turning back. You must keep battling until you defeat them all, or are defeated yourself. Do you want to go in? I do. I do want to go in. All right. Attempt 1. We got 1 death going into the Elite Four. Maybe the hardest Gen 5 ROM hack. I don't know. For the sake of engagement, it is. So let's rock and roll and get her done. So we get to choose whatever order we want. Here, we're going to go Caitlyn first because Caitlyn is almost always the easiest, and she is here as well. What's up, Caitlyn? All right. Caitlyn has quite the team. Hydrate? All right. You've convinced me. Who are you? How impudent you are to disturb my sleep. Humph. You appear to possess a combination of strength and kindness. Very well. Make your best effort not to bore me with a yawn-inducing battle. Clear? All right. So, Caitlyn leads with a Drowsy, which seems weird, right? I don't know what the lore behind this is, but Drowsy is extremely good in this game for some reason. It's got 100 HP, 100 defense, and 110 special defense. It also has Dark Void, Magic Bounce, all sorts of crazy stuff going on. And this one happens to have an Eviolite. Unfortunately for Drowsy, Mimikyu kind of hard walls this Drowsy because the only thing it can do is use Dark Pulse. It can't Dark Void me, it can't put me to sleep, and it can't Miss Ball, so it has to go Dark Pulse. It may attempt to go for a Dark Void, which is fine. If it does that, all we're going to do is we're going to start with a Shadow Force here. Tried to Dark Pulse, that's fine. Dark Pulse is 18 to 22% to Mimikyu. Ideally, it doesn't crit, but even if it does, it's fine. Shadow Force plus Knockoff is enough to get the kill here. Always. So we don't have to worry about it recovering. This way, we can ensure that it doesn't hit us with multiple Dark Pulses. It just does the one Dark Pulse, and now we click Knockoff, and Drowsy is dead. That's 1 down. This is now very conveniently going to bait in Jinx. Jinx dies to a Sucker Punch. Bye, Jinx. Bye, Jinx. See you later, Chief. Okay. This now brings in Alakazam. The issue with this Alakazam is that, like, almost every Alakazam in the known freaking ROM hack universe is a Focus Sash Alakazam, so we can't simply Sucker Punch it. Good news is that this Alakazam knows Psychic, Aurora Sphere, or Aura Sphere, Shadow Ball, and Thunderbolt. So this is going Thunderbolt, because Thunderbolt is the most damage, which means we can go to Zygarde. And remember, Zygarde has that nice little choice scarf, right? That's why we're wearing the choice scarf, is because now Zygarde is going to outspeed Alakazam, break its Focus Sash with U-Turn. And what does he bait? What does Flygon bait from this Alakazam? Psychic. What takes no damage from a Psychic? You got it, Chief. Banette. Great. And now, oops, all berries. All right. This brings in Gallade. Gallade cannot kill us with Leaf Blade, even with a critical hit. This does at most 222 damage, so long as we don't, you know. Oh wait, yeah. No, this is fine. So long as we don't trigger its Justified. It's faster than us, unfortunately, but Shadow Force does get the KO here. Yeah. So all we got to do is Shadow Force now. Right? Yeah, critical hit. Leaf Blade does at most 222. Shadow Force. This has a scope lens, so that was a pretty good chance of critting, but it didn't because all my Pokemon, right? All my Pokemon have battle armor. Goodbye. Okay. Last is Hirafari. Not last. Next is Hirafahi. Hirafahi. Guess who also dies to a Sucker Punch? Yeah, you're right. It's Hirafahi. Sorry, Hirafahi. We did need an expert belt for this, which is why we needed that. So Mimikyu kills Girafarig. So last is a surprise Snorlax here from Caitlin. Now, the thing about Snorlax is that Snorlax has Curse and Fire Punch, so we don't know what it's going for. This is the reason that Beheeyem is poisoned. Because if we come in on a Fire Punch and we get burned, that would be very bad. However, we also don't want to let it set up a Curse. So we need the Choice Band to ensure that we kill even if it goes for Curse. So it's either Curse to get +1 defense and we kill it anyways, or it goes Fire Punch, and even with a crit and the poison damage, we don't die, and then we kill with close combat. This is why this is the easiest. Sorry, buddy. Your curse ain't gonna do anything for you. I'm sorry, Snorlax. Get ready for one. Here we go. Here we go. Highlight viewers, this is for you. Ba, 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 ba. And that is the first of the Elite Four defeated. Unfortunately, that's also the easiest of the Elite Four defeated. Okay. One down, baby. Next up is going to be Shauntal. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. We no longer need poison. Did I just use 2 Pokemon? No, I used Flygon as well, I guess. All right. So, on to Shauntal. So Shauntal has a couple of really annoying Pokemon. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, she's got a couple of really annoying Pokemon. Hey! Peachow, thank you so much for the raid, man. Welcome in, raiders, chatters, everybody. We are in the middle of the Vintage White Elite Four, Attempt 1. So far, so good. We just beat Caitlin, and we are prepping for Shauntal. We have a scarf on because Flygon is having a scarf, but we're gonna take it off because Flygon's no longer wearing his scarf. So, because the scarf is going on Behem. Hey, thank you so much. Peach, you're in the middle of your Drayano gauntlet, aren't you? How's that going? Thank you all for the follows. I can't shout all of you out, but I appreciate it. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Flygon HG. I do hardcore Nuzlocks on YouTube and occasionally on Twitter, or I mean on whatever this is, Twitch. What is the Banette? Banette needs a Lumberry as well. Going pretty solid. Oh, that's great to hear. Lumberry on you, and Flygon actually needs a citrus berry. I can't really, I don't have a citrus berry myself, so we're just gonna do that. Let me make sure this all makes sense. Okay, that does that, and then Choice Scarf does that. Go to Lumberry Slacking. And this Gengar is Curse Body. It's not,
Hey.
well, hi. Sakata Dragneel. Thank you so much for the 5 months. I really appreciate it. Yeah, this is Curse Body for some reason, not, I guess I should have checked that in the docs, huh? Do we know that for a fact? Because that would be a real bummer.
That's a lot of follows. So here's a sub less than 3.
Less than 3? Aw. Less than 3 to you too, Chief. 1 second. That's actually really generous that it's Curse Body. Anyways, who was that? That was Evoli. Thank you so much for the 47 months. That's crazy, Evoli. You're crazy. You're cuckoo bananas. Oh, you know what? We did need Zap Cannon on the Magnezone. I forgot about that. Okay. I think we're ready to rock and roll. All right, so this one is going to be... It's going to take a little bit of finagling depending on what happens against specifically the Banette. Oh, wait. Did I not... You have Slack off, right? Oh, shit. I fucked that up. Yeah, you were supposed to have Slack off. That is okay. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, Slack off was supposed to do slack off. That's okay. That's okay, buddy. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. This could get a little sloppy, but fortunately, it's fine. All right. Let's rock and roll. So, Shauntal second. Hey, thanks so much, y'all. All right. So, Shauntal leads with an extremely annoying Sableye. This Sableye is a huge pain in the ass. Because it has a really annoying moveset of Will-O-Wisp, Recover, Knockoff, and Shadow Punch. And it's so bulky. It's got 150 defense and special defense that, like, basically if you can't two-shot it, it can just recover. But it's also really annoying because it can use Will-O-Wisp. It can also use Knockoff to knock off your item. So what are we going to do? We're just going to absolutely eviscerate this thing with the strongest attack in the game. We're going to use Choice Specs Zap Cannon. Zap Cannon in this game is 140 base power recoil. So all we're going to do is we're going to hit it with a Zap Cannon. Sableye will almost certainly go for knockoff. Zap Cannon into Choice Specsless Zap Cannon is a two-shot. Big damage. You attack. Oh, he just goes Will-O-Wisp. Interesting. That's okay. Is it? Should be fine. Yeah. It does mean that the facade stuff happens, but now we can just Zap Cannon again, and he's dead. Okay. So that's really nice to get out of the way. We just thankfully don't have to deal with him at all. So this is going to go Zangoose. Zangoose is now going to go close combat here. Okay? So this allows us to switch hard into Medicham on the close combat. And we have Choice Scarf here because unfortunately this Zangoose and my Medicham are exactly speed tied, 236. So in order to outspeed, we need to use the Choice Scarf here and kill with close combat. Okay. This brings in the tricky guy.
Can we agree that Jennifer Coolidge is worth starting a cult for? I even heard she has fans in Norwegia. Peak reference for those who knows.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I missed the ba 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 ba. Anyways, okay, so Medicham is now at -1/-1. This should... we did not get crit, so this should always go for Shadow Force. This has a Power Herb Shadow Force, which is a little odd, a little spooky, but all we got to do is go to Iron Hands here. Yep, he wastes his Power Herb, which is nice. Because now anytime he does it, we just go back into Iron Hands. Now what we're going to do here is this is either going to Will-O-Wisp or it's going to Night Slash. One of the two, we'll find out which. And we're going to Encore. Will-O-Wisp, perfect. So now all we have to do Let me double check. You've got Lumberry, Mimikyu. This has Iron Hand. Okay, so all we have to do, is go back into Togedemaru. It should be encored for 3 turns. Right. And let me just make sure I know it's going. If we kill with Slacking, it's Gengar. If we kill with Kingler, it's Gengar. All we got to do is pivot to Banette to get that kill. Okay. Okay. So all we got to do is Togedemaru here. Mm-hmm. Oh, are you Will-O-Wisping? Poor bastard. Now we can Volt Switch. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, this has Prankster. What I'd love to do is be able to go to my Banette and Sucker Punch kill this. Although, actually... Wait. That was 2 turns. It should end Encore here, right? Flygon brings out Kecklesleigh Poof. Oh, no, we can just go Flygon. Hit me with the Will-O-Wisp. That's fine, buddy. That's fine. Now you're dead. So Flygon is now going to bring in Keckles. So Keckles in this game is normal ghost type with adaptability. So it hits real damn hard, but Crush Claw is its highest. Ooh, you know what? I wonder if it's going to go knockoff here, actually. That should be okay still. That's still fine, yeah. Is it? It should be. It should be fine. It's a little risky, though. All right, we're faster. It's 116. Yeah, it might go knockoff. I didn't think about that because it favors knocking off items. So I probably should have done no item on Flygon. But even if it knocks off here, that's not the end of the world because the Banette has the Citrus Berry. But it might just go Crush Claw. Hopefully it just goes Crush Claw. Let's go Crush Claw. Perfect. Good job, Mimikyu. Okay, so now all we got to do is Mimikyu Night Daze kills. Night Daze in this game is exactly like Zap Cannon, except for it's physical. It's 140 base power, physical with recoil. That kills the Ghost-type Kecleon, guaranteed. So, who does this bring in? Great question. Great question. Who does this bring in? Gengar. What happens to Gengar? I'll give you guys one guess what happens to Gengar. I'll give you one guess what happens to poor little old Gengar. Bap! All right, so last is Lunatone. Lunatone is Ghost Rock type in this game for some reason. And it has Solid Rock. So even with Night Daze, we don't kill this, unfortunately. But who does kill this is Kingler. Now, So all we got to do is go to Kingla. Now, this could go for Calm Mind, or it could go for Shadow Ball. We don't know which one, unfortunately. It went for Protect. So now, Meteor Mash kills, but it's risky. So instead, we're just going to use Waterfall or Iron Head, whatever. Doesn't really matter because this can't do anything to us. It can Calm Mind, it can Shadow Ball. This is what? This is a 75% chance to kill. We didn't get it, but it's fine. It's fine because all it does is Calm Mind. All right, that is Shauntal defeated. Sorry, hold on. I got a little too excited. Just wait for the leftovers. It's probably going to Protect. It's fine. Just come on. Come on. It's probably going to Protect. It didn't even Protect. Shauntal was like, I'm not going to waste your time. We're just gonna go down here. Good. I like to see it. That is Shauntal defeated. Okay. 2 down, 2 to go. These next 2 are where things get a little scary. Those 2 were super easy. These next 2, not as much. Not as much. All right. These next 2 are scary. Marshall next? No. Grimsley next. Oh man, Flagon doesn't get to wear the choice specs. All right, it's fine. You know what? I thought I had one where Flagon was doing choice specs, but he's not. So instead, we'll just put the choice specs on myself. Get these sick Flagon glasses. Check that out. Ooh! Look at that. Look at those Flagon glasses. All right. This kind of hurts my eyes. We need Expert Belt on Flagon. Ingler has Choppleberry, and we also need Choppleberry on Magnezone. Sorry, Choppleberry on Slacking, not Magnezone. Or no, we also need it on Magnezone. Got 3 Choppleberries coming in hot. Okay. Oh, God, this is scary. This is scary. There's one thing that we have to dodge here. All right. Always battle armor until proven otherwise? That's the test today, baby. Let's find out. So, Grimsley is next. Here we go. Grimsley has a couple of really, really scary Pokemon. Really scary. Man, oh man, what is going on today? Challengers coming one right after another. Well, no matter. I am Grimsley of the Elite Four, and I will fulfill my duty to be your opponent. All right, so Grimsley leads with a Weavile with Focus Sash. We're leading with our Kingler that has a Choppleberry. This is so that Low Sweep cannot crit kill. Okay? That's the only reason. This has Focus Sash, so there's no way to two-shot this or anything, to one-shot this. We're just going to use Iron Head to bring it down to Sash. Low Sweep, our Choppleberry, after the animation activates, so that we never get crit killed here. So we don't have to dodge this crit. Oh, we did. Okay. We Iron Head, bring this down to Sash. Okay. Sash gets triggered. Unfortunately, we are now dead to potentially even a non-critical hit. So we are hard switching to Mimikyu on the Low Sweep. Okay. And now this is baiting Feint Attack. So all we got to do is kill it with Sucker Punch. Bye. Okay. This brings out Tyranitar. Tyranitar does not have Sandstream. It has Intimidate. Kind of weird. This thing also has a Choppleberry. This is going, this could go Dragon Dance, or it could go Stone Edge. One of the two. The issue that we have here is my Medicham, because we are 2 attack IVs, almost minimum attack IV Medicham, 2 attack IVs and bold nature, so minus attack natured. There is one roll that close combat does not kill Tyranitar because of Choppleberry, which would be very bad. That would be very, very bad because then Tyranitar would kill. So instead, I was like, okay, you know what? I might just risk that, right? I'm just gonna risk it. It's 1 in 16. It's like dodging a crit minus the chance of getting a crit myself, plus potential changes if it Dragon Dances or whatever. So it wasn't exactly a crit. But then I realized that there's a way around this. All we gotta do is fling a King's Rock at Tyranitar. With Intimidate, this is like a 10 base power move. It does nothing, but it is just enough to ensure that now we guarantee the kill with close combat. So we do not have to risk anything. We simply go to Behemoth. We are Choice Scarf. And this Tyranitar is actually quite slow. So even if it Dragon Dances, we don't even need the Choice Scarf to dodge the Dragon Dance. Like, we don't actually need the Choice Scarf for this to matter, but it did Choice Scarf. So that's great. We took no damage with Behemoth. Close Clizzy number 3 of the Elite Four coming in hot. Ready? Shoppleberry's fine. We are unbelievably busted, so this kills anyways. With that tiny chip, it's a guaranteed kill. Perfect. Okay, and because we are still at max HP, it's actually kind of cool. Well, I mean, actually, I kind of would have preferred to take damage, if I'm being honest. Because this now goes Crobat. We actually outspeed here, but obviously we're locked into close combat. So what we're doing instead is we are switching into Togedemaru. Okay. This Crobat knows Crunch, Wing Attack, Cross Poison, and Aura Sphere. It also has a Scope Lens, and it has the ability Sniper. For those of you who don't know, in Gen 5, Sniper means that critical hits do triple damage. What we want to happen here is we want to come in on a quad-resisted Wing Attack on Togedemaru, and then using our Choppleberry, we're going to slow Volt Switch out, okay? The issue is that if both of those crit and high roll, even though we quad-resist Wing Attack, and we take half damage from Choppleberry because of Sniper, if they both crit and both high roll, then Magnezone dies, which would be very, very sad. It would be very sad. It would be very, very sad. It would not be the end of the world, but it would be very, very sad. So, simply don't crit, man. Don't crit, man. Simply don't crit. Simply don't crit. That's a crit. That's one. Fuck! Okay. Just to be completely clear, chat, it's not 50% chance to crit. No, it's like 25%. If that. That was kind of a high roll, but Crobat... Crobat now only kills with Aura Sphere on 2 high crit rolls. Okay? Togedemaru, I need you to live this, buddy. I need you to live this. 2 high crit rolls. Please. I crit, too. Insane. All right, I actually have to figure this out now. I gotta see what comes out here. This is fine. We can just go Flygon. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Got the double crit. But it low rolled. It tremendously low rolled. All right. So originally what we were going to do is that was not supposed to crit kill. But we were going to go to Beheeyem. Yeah. And Beheeyem was going to outspeed and kill the Crobat. But now we can just go into Zygarde, who is going to chain 2 kills here. Because this brings out Muck. Yep. And with our Expert Belt attached, Earthquake kills Muck. Thank you, Adamant Flygon. You may be a special attacker in this game, but Muck has low defense, so we take advantage of that. This brings in Grumpig, and we can actually just chain another kill here because Grumpig is Psychic Dark type and also has relatively low defense. So all we do is U-turn, and this actually guarantees the kill. Just barely. Just barely. It's literally 100 to 118%. So a low roll just exactly kills Grumpig. So, the reason that we had to do this fling stuff and everything and put the Choice Scarf onto the Medicham is because now he can just come in and he outspeeds Karen's last Pokemon, or Grimsley's last Pokemon, which is Houndoom. And then close combat kill. Why do I always forget these things have Intimidate? Shit. Wait, hold on. I'm just kidding. Ba, 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 ba. All right. Focus Sash, yeah. That's good. One more, and it's freaking Marshall. Would Medi have died to crit Aurasphere? No, but basically I would have needed a... actually he might have low-key. Let's find out. But basically he wouldn't have, but Psycho Cut isn't a guaranteed kill. So I need the damage. Psycho Cut only does 93 to 111%. So yeah, I couldn't just switch in on the Aurasphere to Medicham. So yeah, but good question. That basically what I would have had to do is if we got high roll crit there, I would have had to roll a Psycho Cut. And if I lose that, then RIP. All right. Before I forget, let me Lumberry everything. Or not Lumberry, Lepaberry, rather. Okay. So this is the last one. Last one before we get to go back into the box. Flygon gets the scarf. I get the scarf. Okay. There was a third hat redemption? I don't see that. Where is that? Oh, I see it now. Okay. Right after the second one. All right, well. You guys are making me look like an absolute fool. Well, while I'm up, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Here, you can. Where's Subby? All right. So, good news, bad news. Medicham can destroy most of Marshall's team. In this game, Marshall has been kind of repurposed as a ground type trainer. So he's not the standard, fighting type trainer that he is in the regular games. So the good news is that Medicham can one-shot 5 of his 6 Pokemon. The bad news is that my Medicham cannot, because it's minus attack natured and 2 attack IVs. So we have to be a little more creative with our solutions here. It's a bummer, but it's what it's. And in those creative solutions, there is a bit of risk involved, unfortunately. So normally you can just lead Medicham and click close combat 4 times to kill his first 4 Pokemon, but unfortunately we don't kill the first one guaranteed or the 4th one guaranteed. So we have to be a wee bit more creative. Oh, also there's permanent sandstorm. Not even with choice band? Correct. Sand boosts Spadef for rock types. Of which he has 1, so. So this could get scary. But I believe. Let's cockadoodle do it. Greetings, Challenger. My name is Marshall. In order to master the art of ground-type Pokemon, I'm training under Alder. My mentor sees your potential as a trainer and is taking an interest in you. It is my intention to test you, to take you to the limits of your strength. Yeah! Okay. All right. So, Marshall's first Pokemon is a Swampert. Swampert has a Rindo Berry, but that doesn't matter. This is one of the Pokemon that we can't simply guarantee a kill with close combat. At one point, I thought about just risking it because it's like an 87.5% roll, but that would be very bad. That would be pretty stupid. That's a pretty stupid risk. So instead, we're going to U-turn for some chip. Swampert is always going Ice Hammer here. True story. But now that doesn't do much to Beheeyem, but we don't want to get frozen, obviously, right? So we're going to go to Iron Hands instead. Yep. And Iron Hands, because he is a normal type, does not bait Earthquake, but instead baits Hammer Arm. So this now ensures a guaranteed safe switch to Beheeyem on the Hammer Arm. Now we can start chaining kills like it's nobody's business. Step numero uno. Close combat kills the Swampert. Ba, 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 ba. All right. This brings in Steel-type Kingler. So here we go. Ba, 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 ba. Kingler dead. Now this brings in Steel-type Steelix. Here we go. Believe it or not, with Choice Band, even with one of the lowest possible attack stats that this Metachamp could have, close combat's a guaranteed. Ba, 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 ba. Woo! All right. This brings in Camerupt. And unfortunately, close combat is only a 37.5% chance to kill. So sadly, Medichamp's probably going to die here. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to sacrifice him because I care about my trainers or my Pokemon. It's almost inarguably the correct thing to do. I don't care. I'm not going to do it. So, what we're going to do instead...
Just stab the dude.
Is switch out. There's a couple issues here. Essentially, what we want to do is we want to get the Kingler in. But there's a couple issues with this. So depending on what happens, we may need to make some risky plays. But essentially, this Camerupt should basically be going for random moves, right? We're at -3. So it could go Flamethrower, could go Rockhead, Rock Slide, could go Earth Power, could go Iron Head. We're hoping it doesn't go Flamethrower. Oh, wait. What do I need to do? All right. And this is Sheer Force, so it can't burn Flygon. For a second, I was confused. But we're basically going to go into Flygon. The issue with this is that if it random moves Earth Power instead of one of the other moves, then it's going to trigger Flygon's Levitate ability, which means that it's probably going to cause Camerupt to go for a random move, which could be quite bad against Cloth. But what we need it to do is we need it to go for literally anything other than Earth Power. Okay? As we go to Zygarde. Perfect! Excellent! A crit, not so much. But that's whatever. Fine. Fuck you. I don't care. Okay. You're a dick, Camerupt. You're a dick. But this makes things much, much easier. So, basically, the way that there's a bug in Gen 5 where... There's a bug in Gen 5 where if an ability activates in battle, the AI thinks that the your Pokemon, every Pokemon, has that ability until another ability gets activated. So if Flygon's Levitate ability had gone off, it would think that all of my Pokemon have Levitate, which would be bad later down this line. But because he didn't do that, we're completely fine. This is completely safe. And the other thing about when an ability gets activated like that, it causes the AI to get a little fucky and go for random moves. So Camerupt should always be going for Iron Head here. Unfortunately, if it had triggered Levitate and Levitate had been stored, I'm pretty sure it would have gone for random move, and a Flamethrower would have been pretty bad if that had crit into my Kingler. But now on Iron Head, we should be able to pretty safely go to Cloth here. Yep, Iron Head. Perfect. We love to see it. That does nothing. We quad resist that. And now Cloth is faster than the slow-ass Camel, so we're going to kill him with a Waterfall. Bye, Camerupt. This does have a Pasho Berry, but we are a Life Orb Sheer Force, almost max attack Kingler, so this just devastates this Camerupt. Just absolutely just eviscerates the Camerupt. Pasho Berry and all. Goodbye, Camerupt. See ya never. Have fun. This brings in Cradily. Unfortunately, Cradily dies to a Sheer Force Iron Head because Cloth is a god. A god. Bye, Cradily. All right. Last Pokemon of the Elite Four, poetically, is Flygon. So again, remember how I said the whole thing about if it had stored us as having a ground immunity via Levitate, that would have been an issue. It's because of this turn right here. If it had triggered Flygon's Levitate, this Flygon would see that Cloth has Levitate as well, so it wouldn't go for Earth Power. It would instead, I'm pretty sure, go for a random move. And if it went for a Dragon-type move, it would make the switch that we're about to do very bad. So if that had happened, we probably would have had to sack something to ensure that we can win. But because this is now always going Earth Power, it's got Bug Buzz, Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, Earth Power. Nothing else kills besides Earth Power. Earth Power kills. So all we got to do is we got to go to our Scarfed Up Gone. With Scarf, we outspeed Spider-Man meme. Flygon v Flygon. Flygon v Flygon. We are adamant natured. We've been lamenting the adamant nature because Flygon has 130 special attack in this game, but 110 attack in this game. So we were like, darn it, it's adamant. That sucks because minus special attack. We can't abuse our super high special attack. Well, guess what? We can outspeed and one-shot Mr. Gon with an outrage. We are the best, Flygon. I am the greatest Nuzlocker in the world. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's a joke. Flygon's dead. That's the Elite Four defeated, deathless. 3 Flygons, 1 dies, 2 down. Boom. All right. Okay. I forgot that we don't have normal chatters in here. When I say that, that's a total joke. Yeah, we would be deathless here if it wasn't for fucking Swift Swim Kabutops. Or me forgetting mechanics. But it's Kabutops' fault. What's up, Drew? All right. Normal chatters as in like, I don't mean normal as in like unwell. I meant normal as in like usual chatters. Jesus. All right. No, you meant unwell. Well, my chatters are unwell. All chatters are unwell. It's over. Never again will Pokemon be made to suffer or be held captive by humans. Blah, blah, blah. Do we care about this? Should I just speed through this? Said the pot to the kettle. You know what? Fair point. Fair point. Fair point. Ooh, we got the win white prediction. I like it. This is so sick, but also I don't really understand, like, how did they build this? This is crazy. Aliens? That makes sense. I don't even understand how real people build real buildings, so I have no idea. You know, that's a good point. Buildings are kind of crazy. Just a lot of Dynamax Duraludons. How did they build it underground? They would have had to... There has to be a giant cavern under the Elite Four and nobody noticed? Nobody knew? All right, chat. Hold on. We still have to do this. I love this scene. There's one specific cute little detail I like about this scene. I've pointed it out on Twitter before, but I don't think people really appreciate it. Okay. So when they all come together, boom, boom, they're all coming together. They're all coming together. Boom. Look at, zoom in on your screen on Bryson and Drayden. They're holding hands. It's so cute. They're holding hands. Nobody else is holding hands except for Bryson and Drayden. They're holding hands. They're best friends. Elisa's got the hand on her hip. There's a nice friend distance between Lenora and Berg. Iris can't even reach Skyla, but Drayden and Bryson, they're holding hands in unison. They're besties. Or they're gay lovers. I don't know. I don't know. They're either Bert and Ernie or Bert and Ernie. Yeah. How the hell do I do this quickly? I don't want to. All right. We do got to completely redo our entire team. Because, guys, these 6 Pokemon, they've worked their asses off. They've worked their absolute asses off. So we're bringing in the Suicide Squad. What are we? Some sort of... Where are these girls? Are they downstairs? Isn't there a way to teleport out of here? What's up? Oh, it's where I was. Oh, right. I always think it's talking to those ladies. God forbid those ladies do something. No. I need the thing that teleports me out of here. Oh, yeah. This guy? Where is it? Oh, good. A max revive. They're right at the end of the room? Not this one? Jesus Christ. Yeah, good one, Squirk. Here we go. All right. All right. So we're assembling a squad. Some type of suicide squad. I think it would have been really funny if you guys had bet Deathless. Because, but of course... Every leader, every Suicide Squad needs a leader, so Togedemaru is coming back onto the squad. This is our new squad. I guess I could have done this earlier. I could have, like, taught these guys moves earlier. And, we could have just... We wouldn't have even needed to teleport out. But that would have spoiled the surprise of the Suicide Squad. So the only tricky part, not the only tricky, but one of the tricky parts of this battle is that there's no break between N and Getsus. So your team has to handle both of them. You can't change your lead, and you can't change your items or moveset. So everything needs to be in the right order to do this. Thunderbolt, Volkswagen, Zap Cannon, Thunder. Yep. I need Protect on this? Draco Meteor, damn, dude. Pray we don't have to use smokescreen. Whoops. That would have been embarrassing. All right. Them's the team. The Suicide Squad. I guess we can give them a good farewell. All right, we got Dragonite with multi-scale. We got. Oh wait. Let me change the Dragonite, Piggy, Electivire. It would have been crazy to try and figure out how to do this deathless. If I didn't have that one death, I would have absolutely tried to do this deathless. But I don't see a reason to try and figure it out since we already have that ledger. That stain. All right. We got Gudra, the Dragonite. We got Lechonk, the Mamoswine. We got Bellibolt, the Electivire. We got Snivy, the Sceptile. This is our starter. Our boy. Also bold, minus attack. We got Ducklet, the Magmortar, the most recent addition to the team. And we got our leader of the Suicide Squad, Togedemaru. Hot off a victory against the Elite Four. Come back to lead these 5 unlikely heroes to victory. To save the world. Let's do it. You can fly? He can fly! Dun, 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 dun. Are we ready, chat? I don't need this scarf anymore. Holy shit, the scarf makes you look French. I can't do a French accent. All right, Getsis, hit me with your spiel, big boy. This guy, am I right? Blah, 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 blah. I wish France was real. Yeah. Such good writing. Okay. All right. Oh, we still got a bunch of talking to do, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Do not worry. We still got plenty of chit-chat to get through. Hopefully I did everything right. I guess we'll find out. And we'll panic if we don't. If I didn't. Riskless? I don't know. We'll see. I don't really remember. Mr. Am, thank you so much for the sub via Prime. Folks, did you know that if you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Prime account to your Twitch account, subscribe for free. It takes money out of Jeffrey Bezos' pocket and puts it into mine. Think about it, consider it. Consider it. You can say your prime sub to the greatest Nuzlocke of all time. Does Zekrom count as an encounter? Well, it's a great question there, Blue Bolt. It does look like a Zekrom, doesn't it? But hold on. We already have a Zekrom. We have a Plusle named Zekrom. So, what gives? Are you saying we can catch a Zekrom here? Are you saying we can catch this Zekrom here? Yeah. Was it buffed? I think Unknown was buffed, yeah. Bring Unknown into the final fight if real. Honestly, if I could equip an item to it, it essentially serves the same purpose as Magmortar, not to spoil things. We will name him Exodia! Is that how you spell Exodius? Is it Exodia or Exodius? Oh, it's Exodia. Exodia! Obliterate! Add Zekrom to your party? Hell yeah. Hold on, your Pokemon are hurt. They actually aren't, N. But good thing I didn't have any pre-damage strats. I thought about one. Now, I will create the future I desire. I shall sweep you before me. All right. Step 1. All right, Team Plasma N has 6 Mons. He's got 2 that are annoying. This is not one of them because we lead with Choice Scarf Dragonite, who simply kills with a fly. Fly is 100% accurate in this game, I think. Also, it did not click Leaf Storm, so that theory that we had Gongus is... Yeah, anyways, it's dead. So, it actually didn't go for Earth Power either. All right, this is for Alligator. Now, this Goodra has multi-scale. Multi-scale is a little weird because it causes some interesting AI quirks. So hopefully, the multi-scale AI doesn't do anything messy, and this for Alligator always goes for Ice Fang. That's what we're hoping. We're hoping it goes for Ice Fang so that we can go to the Chunkster. Thick Fat can't be frozen because it's an ice type. Perfect switch here on this Ice Fang. Assuming it's Ice Fang. Great. Not just great. Fantastic. All right, this for Alligator is a slow boy. He is brave-natured. We are choice banded. So, goodbye for Alligator. Also for Alligator's dark type in this game. So, as I said previously, goodbye for Alligator. Superpower with the kill, baby. We're at 233. This brings in Blaziken. This Blaziken is not speed boost. This Blaziken is sheer force. So it's either going to go Blaze Click. Oh, not Blaze Click. It's going to go Blaze Kick or it's going to go super power. Either way, this doesn't do anything to our multi-scale Goodra. It is Life Orb, so it actually does, like, not nothing. Like, if we had our multi-scale broken, a crit would kill, because this is going to do, like, 20%. Like, this is fucking crazy damage. We resisted that, dude. Anyways, we're faster now, so we just fly and kill this again. Choice Scarf. Go, Choice Scarf, go, Choice Scarf, go, Choice Scarf, go! A nice Brave Bird, nerd. All right. This brings out Friend of the Pod, Dragonite. And here's where things get a little fun again. A little fun. Here's where things get a little fun. This is going Draco Meteor, or theoretically it should be going Draco Meteor, because it sees a kill with Draco Meteor, so one would assume it's going Draco Meteor. Draco Meteor, like everything else, has been changed from dropping stats into recoil, so this is a Draco Meteor that's going to do recoil. The nice thing about that is that it's going to break this Dragonite's multi-scale. So Dragonite will no longer have multi-scale. This also has a Yachi Berry, which makes this a little tricky to deal with. But we're going to go to Togedemaru here, okay? Togedemaru is one of, like, 3 Pokemon that we have that resists Dragon-type moves, because we only have 3 Steel types, and there's no Fairy types in this game. Draco Meteor is going to hurt here. And if it crits, that's going to really suck, because it means that this Togedemaru is probably dead. But, good. Okay, he's not dead. That's great, because now what we can do is we can slow Volt Switch out. This is going to go Fire Blast, right? This is going to go Fire Blast. We don't care, though, because we have the Aqua Berry. A high roll crit will kill. But again, Togedemaru is the leader of the Suicide Squad. We're risking him. So Togedemaru, just don't get high roll crit by Fire Blast. Okay, buddy? Okay, buddy? Don't get crit. Just don't get crit. Just don't get crit. Don't get high roll crit. It's fine. It's going to be totally fine, buddy. Good job. Good job. Togedemaru lives to see another day. Remains to be seen if he lives to see the sunset. We'll see. All right, this lets us go into Septile. Now that this is broken, that this old multi-scale's broken, we're not even going to waste time faking out. We're just going to dual chop kill this sucker. Sucker's dead. Bro is dead. Sceptile, you've been with us from the beginning. You are our very first Pokemon. But sadly, Sceptile, I cannot take you to the end. This slacking is simply too overpowered. This slacking is not Truant. It's not Slow Start. It is Guts. I had a solution to this slacking. The slacking has Double Edge, which just hits disgustingly off of 160 attack. It's got Double Edge, Fire Punch, Crunch, and Iron Head. I had a way to deal with this slacking by using Banette, right? We're immune to his Double Edges, but unfortunately slacking is faster than Banette, and it has Iron Head, and its random move between Fire Punch, Crunch, and Iron Head. And if it hit Iron Head and it flinched before we were able to, what we were going to do is trick a Lagging Tail onto this slacking and get his leftovers. That would have been sick, right? But we can't do it because if it had flinched, we probably would have wiped. So instead, Snivy, my goat, my king, he has to take one for the team. He's fast enough for low sweep to hit this guy, drop his speed, and that's all there is left to it say. F's in chat for Snivy. Our starter, a hero through and through throughout this game. There's no way he can survive this. Gone. Never forgotten. Sorry, Snivy. I didn't want to do it, but slacking left me with no other choice. He left me with no other choice. But now that he's slower, we can go to Bellabolt. And now, we Zap Cannon for the kill. We got Life Orb, Zap Cannon that destroys Slacking, which means there's one Pokemon of ends left. One Pokemon, and this Pokemon's pretty tricky because it is a Ditto. It is a Focus Sash Ditto. However, this just copied Bellibolt, who, as you can see, only has electric type attacks. So now, all we gotta do is go to Lechonk and take the kill. Bum 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 bum. So it's just, the Ditto can add all sorts of variability, so you need a really, really good play-in for this. And this was my plan. It's really hard to bait it out any earlier, and finding a thing that kills Slacking is extremely difficult. I hated it, but we did what we had to do. We did what we had to do. Sceptile dead, but never forgotten. Now he is going to get healed before our fight with Getsus here. We can't use him. So Sceptile dead. It's a 5v6 against Getsus. Okay. One more. There's a couple scary things that can happen here. Okay. Mati. I won't allow anyone to stop me, no matter who does what. All right, 5v6. So this leads with a Gengar. This one has Shadow Tag, and it also has Focus Sash, which is pretty scary. The good news is that this baits Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball can't kill Dragonite. Dragonite outspeeds with our Choice Scarf. All we got to do is hit this with 2 Dragon Claws. Okay. If this Shadow Ball crits, things get a little scary. I would love it if this didn't crit. It did not crit. Okay, that makes things much easier, and I will explain why. But Gengar's dead. Okay. This makes things much easier, and it probably saved the lives of a couple of our Mons. So this brings in Metagross next. The issue is if that had crit, Metagross would have seen a kill with Meteor Mash and Ice Punch. However, because it did not crit, Meteor Mash does not kill Goodra, and it only ever goes Ice Beam. Ice Punch, rather. So, We are perfectly safe to go to Lechonk. Had that crit, we would have had to go to Ducklet and sack Ducklet so that we could bring in Lechonk for free. But because we can just go Lechonk, Ducklet lives for now. Lechonk comes out. We are choice-lay banded. Ice Beam can't freeze here. This has no prio. This still does a decent amount despite us resisting it. Okay, crit. So all we got to do, Earthquake kills Metagross. All right. Oh. All right. This brings in Armaldo. This Armaldo is a bit annoying. It has a Babiri Berry, it has Superpower, it has Stone Edge, it has Mega Horn, it has Aqua Tail. On us, it is going Stone Edge because, or it's going Superpower because it sees the kill with Superpower.
The heart of the pocket monsters.
So remember what I said about Ducklet surviving? Well, now Ducklet does not survive. We go to Ducklet. Ducklet eats the superpower. If it doesn't crit. But you know what, Ducklet? What you can do... Actually, I don't even know if you should do that. All right, Ducklet. Thank you for your service, Ducklet. Blast Burn kills this, but actually what I don't want to do, because next up is going to be Dragon Gyarados, and I don't actually want this setting up Dragon Dance if it can do that on a turn that we recharge. Oh no, Blast Burn is recoil in this game, yeah? Blast Burn is recoil? Alright, we'll let him take this kill. I actually don't know if this kills. Oh, it should kill. Alright, here, you can have a kill. You know what? You can have... Oh, wait. Yes. Yes, you can have a kill. You can have a kill, Ducklet. Godspeed, buddy. Godspeed. Give him hell. I'll give you a fighting chance here, Ducklet. All right, this brings in Gyarados. Actually, you know what, Duck? You know, you can save... Smokescreen! It's faster. Goodbye, Ducklet. It was always you were always gonna die, buddy. You were always gonna die. You were always gonna die. Remember, Sceptile's dead. Alright, but now what we can do here... Wait, I just want to make sure. Yeah. No. This is good. This is good. Alright. Uh-oh, Moxie. Anything but Moxie. Not Zap Cannon. This has Wakan Berry, but we are Life Orb. Zap Cannon does 153% to this. It's kind of better to go Thunderbolt here. But sadly, this one hurts more than Ducklet. I don't care about Ducklet dying. I care about Bellabolt dying. Unfortunately, we have no way to save Bellabolt here. Because Bellabolt is locked in with Arena Trap. We can't do anything. We can't. There's nothing I can do here. It's got Arena Trap. Bellabolt, you were incredible against Bryson. You were amazing against Skyla. Absolutely amazing. I don't like having to do this. But do this I must. And must this I do. Alright. Rest in peace, Bellabolt. Rest in peace. F's in chat for Bellabolt. But. Doug Trio down. We can go to Lechonk. And Lechonk has Ice Shard with Choice Band. Kills Doug Trio before it can do any more damage. There's 2 Pokemon left. Oh, no, just kidding. There's 1 Pokemon left. 1 more Pokemon. 1 more Pokemon. What could it be? What could the last Pokemon be? It's Rayquaza. Unfortunately, this has a Yachi Berry, so we cannot kill this either. And unfortunately, I do have to make 1 more sack here with Draco Meteor so that I can get the safe switch into Goodra, who kills. Oh, wait, actually, can I save this by going to Magnezone? No, not really. You know what? I can save Lechonk's life by risking Togedemaru to a crit. I feel like I gots to. That's what Togedemaru would want, yeah? Or we could mad throw an Ice Shard and hope it crits. Yeah, Togi D does dodge these. You're so right. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. All right, Togi D. You got it, buddy. You're going to save your friend Lechonk. You're going to save your friend Lechonk, Magnezone. You're going to save him from being another victim of the Suicide Squad. Just don't get crit here. Now 1 more crit. We survive. Oh, wait, actually. We don't have the Akka Berry anymore, so we die here, but... Can we go to Goodra? If we get burned, it's not a wipe because I can still outspeed. Let me just make sure. This might be throwing. Did I throw? No, I haven't thrown yet, but if I switch to Rayquaza, I'm just worried about extreme speed. Extreme speed does 107. So we're at 234. I can't do it. I can't save him. Because extreme speed will kill if we get crit burned. And then we would lose. Alright, Lechonk. Actually, you are gonna die. Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy. Never mind. R.I.P. Lechonk. I thought I could do it. I thought I could save you. But I can't. I simply can't. Goodbye, Lechonk. Goodbye, buddy. Godspeed. That was stupid. I should have given him... I should have let him try and get the crit. I should have tried to get him get the crit. Blah, 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 blah. But now, with an outrage, Choice Scarf, outrage. Goodbye, Rayquaza. And that right there is Vintage White defeated. Attempt 1. Attempt 1, Vintage White defeated. Let's go! Woo! This was a fun game. This was a fun game. Yeah, 4 deaths there. No. Actually, 5 deaths. 5 deaths total. I think if I could have tried to figure out a way to do that deathless, but there was no point when we already had Kabutops dead. So I just went for the guaranteed clear win. We got it. He's done. The world is over. The world has been saved. We win. So another ROM hack defeated in 1 attempt. This was fun. I would highly recommend this game. I guess we can just talk and like unpack like my thoughts on it and stuff. It's definitely not my favorite ROM hack. I think this game takes one of the kind of, I wouldn't say frustrating, but notable things about Gen 5 and amplifies it. And that is the fact that Gen 5 is just like extremely overpowered for double critical hits. So a lot of the time, the way to play this game is to just like hit hard and pray that you have resistances. So there's like very little that you can do other than just like take one shots and switch, because both you and your enemies are extremely overpowered. And this game just like dials that up to 11 because like it gives crazy buffs to crazy Pokemon. So a lot of it does sometimes kind of just feel like, how do I get in a Pokemon that has a super effective one-shot move without risking a crit? And that's sort of like the whole thing. But it's really fun, and it's fun to play that like high stakes, fast play style. So I would recommend it. Fun game, really cool. It's interesting to have all these different type changes and such. So I enjoyed it. What's next in the Flagon HG saga? I don't know. We're doing Sippy Cup Sapphire right now. What is the rocket tag? So I don't know. I don't know what we'll do next. We're gonna finish Sippy Cup Sapphire for sure. That shouldn't take too much longer. At some point, I'd like to do the Inclement Emerald. Not Soul Link, but what's the one? Snap Lock. Rocket tag. Oh, okay. It's a thing. So we'll probably do a Snap Lock soon. I'm working on getting up a Soul Link soon. So that'll take over at some point, but it's still a little up in the air when that happens. Maybe we'll do an Inclement Emerald Snap Lock, but I might want to do something first so we don't go from Sippy Cup straight to that. So we'll try and figure it out. The LeBron James Soul Link, hell yeah. Bronny wants to get on the Nuzlocke train. LeBron James was like, you know what's doing really bad on YouTube right now? Nuzlocks. Let me get in on that. So we'll see. I'm not gonna spoil what the Soul Link is about or what game we're playing or anything like that, but just stay tuned for that. And there should be some other stuff, but I think in the immediate future on Thursday's my birthday, so I'm just gonna do a casual short stream there. We'll play Sippy Cup, and and I hope you guys can tune in and enjoy the big 3-0. All I would like for a birthday gift, enjoy PAX too. Yeah, I'll be at PAX for anybody who's at PAX. I'll be at PAX on Friday. If people are planning on attending, hit me up, DM me, let me know, and I'll try to meet everybody there. But I'm only going Friday because Thursday is my birthday. Saturday I have plans with friends, so Friday will be my one PAX day. But I'm excited to see everybody that I've seen before. Hopefully get to see some new people. If you're there, reach out to me and I'll try and do a meetup. But that's it for yo, Alolan Tales. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Unfortunately, you're just at the tail end. We've beaten the game. But I really, really appreciate it. Is Sippy Cup going to be on the highlights? I don't think so. I'm trying not to be a creator that is just like complains all the time about like how well their channel's doing or anything like that. But based on how well Vintage White did, I don't think that Sippy Cup would have the views on the highlights channel that justified doing it. Maybe we'll try one and see how it does. But like the channel's just not doing very well right now. And like, I'm really lucky for the people that like it and I want to give you guys that content, but I can't give the content if it's not paying for itself at the minimum. And with the views that we're getting right now and with the current economic state and the like, just like the way that like CPM is low and stuff, I can't do it. So we'll find out. I'm assuming Inclement Emerald will go back on the highlights channel. I'm not totally sure. We're gonna have to figure it out. But yeah, again, it just is what it is. I'm not trying to like doom and gloom or anything like that. I'm just being candid and transparent with you. None of the channels are really doing particularly well right now. So if you guys want to support the channel and make sure it stays around for the long term, please always like all the videos, subscribe to the videos, and not just for me, but for all content creators that you care about. It really does help out a lot with discoverability and stuff. And especially right now, the Pokemon community, like with basically one exception, like nobody's doing super hot because there's not a lot of interest in Pokemon right now, like generally because the lack of games and stuff like that. So a lot of creators are struggling. So if you really like people, make sure you support them in whatever ways you can, and whatever ways you feel are good. And I've been trying to do that myself too, making sure to like the videos of creators that I like and watch and trying to comment more and stuff like that. So that's my birthday wish. But there are people that are doing well, obviously. I don't mean to paint with a huge brush, but just the general sentiment I've seen is that it's been tough out there recently. Anyways, I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense to just end it here. We could play a little bit of Sippy Cup to close out, but I think I'd rather just end on a high note. Finish this out, and then we'll be back to Sippy Cup on Thursday. It tough out here? Yeah, it do be tough out here. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be negative. I'm just stating facts. It is tough. It's tough, but I think my content's really good. I'm enjoying making it, and as long as people are there to enjoy watching it, I hope you guys will stick through it with me. Okay. Positive vibes. This was a super fun game. Again, would highly recommend it. when you say lack of games, you mean official ones? Yeah, official ones. Like there's just like a general, like just search optimization and stuff. It's just like there hasn't been a new game in 2.5 years, so it happens, or 2 years or whatever. But it'll ebb and flow. It'll ebb and flow. It is what it is, and we're figuring it out. I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was. Anyways, Dragon Kitty, if you're still in chat, I can do that rank 5 Pokemon. Mods, can you maybe actually just redeem, or like redo that? I wasn't gonna do it in the middle of the. Oh, what I was gonna say is, I'm pretty sure this video will come out before Run and Bun. I've been very, very slow. Thank you, Michael Michael. I've been very, very slow on the uptake with Run and Bun, but I am working on it slowly. That will come out eventually. It will be a very long, big project. It'll be really fun. It'll be worth it, I promise. I have not abandoned that. It's just there's other stuff that it's taken up my time, and I want to make sure that I'm enjoying it and I'm writing it when I'm in a good headspace for it, because it's a very up and down journey with that game. So, but I'm really excited for that. And we'll have more videos coming out, but I'm just taking it nice and slow and doing what I can. 3 hours over. I would guess over right about-ish. I don't know. We'll see. No promises. Maybe I'll break it up into 2. We'll see how the creative process goes. But it is a very long ways away. So don't hold your breath, okay? All right, let's hop into a raid here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, all the new people, anybody that stuck around after Peach Owl's raid. That's very nice of you. Let's go and raid... I guess we can raid Drew. Drew is doing Redux. Kind of poetic to go from black and white to black 2, white 2. All right, we'll raid Drew. We'll give him some love. Looks like he's doing Deathless. Should be pretty fun. All right. I will see you guys on Thursday for Sippy Cup Sapphire. Been really enjoying that. Very cute, goofy game. And it'll be a lot of fun. All right. Thanks all for the support. This was really fun. I had a great time during this whole stream and this whole challenge. And it was really chill. And I really appreciate the community that hung out during it. It was really fun. And I was always looking forward to streaming this game. So it's really great. Okay. Thanks, guys. I will see y'all soon. Peace.